We're live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Lunch Table Podcast. I am Kathy, aka Skull Soup, and I'm joined by.
Villa, also known as Ardian. I think
Morgizi,
I did it
also
backwards.
known as Derek.
And
Today
Cooper.
Today we're joined by a special guest. 2 times in a row. Not 2 times in a row. Today we have...
2 times in a row.
Oh yeah,
We have a guest 2 times in a row.
Oh, yeah, facts.
it's not the same one.
I'm not the same guest though. Hi,
Yeah.
my name is Cooper, and I also go by Gara.
Yeah. So where you been, Cooper? How you been?
I've been good. How have you guys been?
Chilling. We've been
Hungry.
recording.
Good.
Hungry.
I hunger for power.
And we mostly just been chilling. We've been recording our episodes. I haven't even checked the most recent episode,
Oh, yeah.
but
Not me.
I would say we're doing good. We're getting good numbers. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Like how small we are, we're actually doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I watched a bit of the first few episodes. I couldn't watch the whole thing, but I watched
Yeah.
like a bit. I liked them and everything. So
Thank you.
Everything's
Of course.
appreciated. But yeah, I've started trying. I'm not doing much of it. I've been trying to just grow, but I'm focusing more on like the Discord aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like I set up a couple stuff. We've been getting members. That's what I'm happy about.
Yeah.
As
We're
long as
members.
they're
It's almost at the
listening
point
in.
where I'm not even the one like running the Discord anymore.
yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, we've been doing that.
Right.
Much else hasn't really been happening. I know I've taken over a couple times of the Instagram.
Yeah, facts.
Nothing
Yeah,
much
I
else.
haven't
Taking my
yet.
job.
I'm just doing good, you know.
Bro, nah, shut up.
Sometimes I forget about the Instagram, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I forgot about it till you just said something.
Bruh.
But yeah, Cooper, you went to AFK for a while. What happened there?
Long story, but ended up being me now finding other things to focus on, and I'm like excited for my future. I got college, I got jobs set up for the summer.
What
What
you,
job?
what you gonna do?
I'm gonna be a counselor at a camp for people with type 1 diabetes.
Damn.
Oh, nice.
Alright. Are you still gonna be working at the beach, or are you just done with that job at this point?
No, I told them that I was working there, and they're like, yeah. They were like, yeah, we can't have anyone that like is
Must
gone
do
for
jobs.
weeks at a time and
Yeah.
then comes back for like 3 days and then goes back. And I'm like, all right, that's understandable.
I literally told my boss, like, before the whole pandemic, when I was still working at the theater that I worked at, I said, hey, just so you know, over the summer, I'm going to be gone for like 2 weeks for camp. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Just like make sure you get people to cover for you. Because I would only be missing like 2 shifts.
Mhm.
So like, well, then of course the whole pandemic happened, and now
Yeah.
where work is closed down. But I think the owners are trying to like buy it instead of rent it. So I might still have a job,
damn.
Oh.
Hopefully.
which is
Nice.
good because I love that job so much.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were praising there
Yeah.
for a
You
while
get to
until
see
it
free
closed
movies, I
down.
guess.
Yeah, that too.
Cooper, you mentioned college. How's that going? What are you gonna be doing?
I'm gonna be doing audio engineering for 2 years at Brookdale, which is community college.
Which is what? What does audio
I'm back.
thing you do? Like, what's the job?
It's really just starting to branch out because you always need audio for like either like TV shows, movies, like live concerts. It just audio engineers like fix like the like EQ and everything on anything that captures audio.
Oh, okay.
Is audio engineering something you've taken an interest now, or has it been like a thing
No,
you've liked for a while?
I've played music since I've been in 4th grade. So even
Okay.
with that, I've been like, because of like my love for music, I've also learned to just love sound in general.
Right.
So
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
like, sorry, go ahead.
sometimes you don't find what you're gonna do until like your last year. Like my brother went to the one college and he was like, he really wasn't happy with it. And then he found a different college to go to where now he's majoring in music production and now he realized he wants to be a music producer.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dang.
So like
That's fine.
sometimes you don't even figure out what you want to do until you're in college. Like right now, thinking about being an American history teacher, but I honestly feel like that's probably going to change over time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't like try to set your course for one specific thing. Like I made the mistake of doing that my freshman and sophomore year, and that failed miserably
Mm.
because I was trying to be software engineer, and I ended up everything at a certain point. I forget what I was studying. Like I learned how to read like Python and Java and stuff. Just there was a certain point where I just couldn't anymore. It just went over my head. So don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Facts.
Like that's
Yeah.
a very important like thing to follow.
Like I feel like we're also branching out into this podcast and I don't know if we're going to make money off it. Honestly, my goal isn't really exactly to make money off of it. It's just like to record,
Have
see if
fun.
people can listen. Yeah, exactly. Have fun with
To
it.
be honest, when I don't know why, when for me, I enjoy having like talks or like deep talks with anyone. So for me, podcasts seem like perfect because you can talk for a while. You can talk about anything really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
money really isn't a thing. I just wanna branch out to as many people as I can and see how it goes. If I like it in the future, why not
Experiment.
try and do it? Yeah,
And if
it's
it
mostly
like
just the reason.
becomes something that you earn money off of, that's just a benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at some point I want to try streaming, but like, you know, I don't got the setup because the stuff you got to have to stream like from a PS4 because honestly, I don't want to put in a lot of money to stream from a PC
Yeah.
because that stuff's expensive. And
Yeah.
like
Plus,
with
there's like a learning curve with it. Like,
yeah,
especially
and
if you're
like
gonna stream games.
yeah, and like then I have to adapt to Siege on PC, which like I'm already in love with it on PS4 and I'm already so like used to it on PS4 that like it's just hard to switch. Like
Mhm.
even like with stuff like Minecraft, I connect a mouse and keyboard to my PS4 because that's just what I'm used to. So I could still play it like that, the way that I've always played it. And also, the controllers drift so much on PS4 for Minecraft.
Huh?
Yeah.
Terrible.
I can confirm I don't have a mouse and keyboard that I can like plug into my PS4. So I play on controller, and like you'll be trying to like mine or like cut down a tree and you will just start spinning.
It just drift. Yeah. I thought
It's bad.
after a while, because most of the group knows about this. I don't know if you know about it, grouper. I got my PS4 taken away like a while ago,
Yeah.
but there was like I haven't really made an attempt to get it back, especially with much technology like phone or whatever. I don't try and get it back if I get it taken away. I just
Yeah.
wait for it. So, I got my PS4 taken away, and after a while, there was like a small opportunity for me and my brother to use it again, and so we did. And I tried playing Minecraft again, and the controller drift was just so annoying. Like I thought it was my
It's
controller. I
yeah.
was like smacking the hell out of it. I was like, "Work correctly, bro. Come on."
It's really
But
bad.
yeah, I figured it out. Now I knew. I didn't know it was just Minecraft. I thought it was like my controller. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Mine.
what.
Sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Doesn't matter.
It's not just Minecraft as well. Mine doesn't do it as bad as Siege as Cats does,
Oh yeah.
but I've seen like Cat just start randomly spinning. Like it's bad.
Yeah, and I think in this like there's I don't know this is an exaggeration, but I feel like there's millions of jobs out there, but we're like so secluded to like a small few, like gaming, Twitch streaming, YouTube, police, fire truck, or like whatever. Things of that matter because you see them every day. But like there are other jobs where what you call, there are other jobs where you don't really see, but it's something you might enjoy in the future.
Yeah.
Like oh sorry, I was correct, my bad. Like there's a whole list of jobs. I can't even think of a few to name now.
Like, and some job opportunities, like, at first you'll think, like, oh, I don't really know why I'm doing this, besides just, like, the money's good and everything.
Right.
But, like, some jobs you end up falling in love with it, and you're like, I never expected to, like, love doing this, but I love doing this.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a lot of things is especially in generation like this, a lot of stuff that we do. It's only because been shown it at like a young age. And same thing with like how you act in the future. Like if your parents have been acting like in a rude way, rude manner, they don't have patience for everything. Eventually, that's gonna like sip onto you, or like you're gonna learn from them because you don't really know any better, or like you don't make a change for yourself. You're just gonna keep acting like that. It's the same thing for jobs.
Mhm.
Like if you see your parents working like 2 jobs or like whatever, like eventually you might fall into that category, and it's a big included, I guess I could say, like nation. Like they're even with stock market now.
Yeah.
Before like Wall Street bets or everything, not many people would think to get involved in the stock market unless like they've been told about it or like they saw one YouTube video about it, right? But now it's everywhere. It's on TikTok, it's on Instagram. People are making memes about it. They say AMC to the moon. Now people are genuinely gonna start coming into stock market, and now this is like a job for them. Like they're just gonna keep feeding off of it
Yeah.
until they realize it's like non-profitable. It's like it doesn't really make them happy, only like when they gain their money. And
Whole I feel like I did not understand anything about the stock market until this whole thing with GameStop happened. Cuz like
Yeah.
it's so confusing, and like I honestly I still don't even understand it properly. It's like
yeah,
my problem with school is that it doesn't set us up for being used to being an adult.
yeah,
Like we're gonna go into like getting an apartment having no clue what we're doing except like paying bills, and sometimes with like we won't even be able to.
Like, you guys won't know what, like, how to work credit score and how to do, like, mortgage and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
that's
like
why I'm glad that, like, my school forces you to take financial literacy.
oh yeah.
yeah,
We're
you
taking
have
that
that's
too.
a requirement too. I was
Yeah,
supposed to take it this year, but I couldn't because of my study skills and because of chorus. So I'm gonna, instead of taking Spanish next year, I'm gonna take financial literacy just because I need to.
Yeah,
And
it's really important.
I might go back to Spanish in senior year because I'd rather not worry about financial literacy senior year.
Hmm.
see, if anything, a lot of people say take Finlit like early so you can get it done, right?
Yeah,
But if it's gonna set you up, like for the future, like money wise, take a senior year when you remember it the most. Like that's what's bothering me about it. Cause this year I didn't take it because it was like an elective.
Yeah.
You could choose to take Finlit if you wanted to. I was like, nah, I'm gonna skip on it. And then people were like, oh, you should be taking a sophomore year. Like, it's the best year to take it. You should be taking it early. I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. I'll take it junior year. But now when I'm thinking about it, like, because I haven't really heard much. I just heard like people complaining about it sometimes. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't have it right now.
Pretty sure
I'm not gonna worry about
Finlit.
it.
I'm pretty sure Finlit. One of them one of the teachers is definitely my math teacher from last year. But Arden, I think one of the other ones is your teacher that you have now for math.
Botero? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
honestly, I agree with you with the whole senior year thing, because like when like if you take that in like freshman or sophomore year, like by the
It's gonna
time that
drag
like
out.
yeah, you're gonna like forget most of it. If you take
You're already
it
gonna forget most of
like
it by the time summer comes around.
yeah, like when senior year comes, like during summer when you have to like if you're like looking to like move into like a dorm or something for like another college or something,
Yeah.
you have to deal with that stuff. You have to like get a credit card and stuff. So
Mhm.
taking Finlit senior year as a senior taking it now, I recommend.
Yeah.
My brother, when before he graduated, like I think when he was either a sophomore or a junior. I think it was a junior. I think that's when he took Finlit, but he also like got a credit card then. So like, and my
Yeah.
mom also helped him like figure stuff out. So I think getting a credit card and also taking Finlit can also help
Yes.
because then it's like, yeah, now I kind of understand. Like personally, I don't want to use credit cards; they scare me because I feel like I'm gonna fuck something up every single time. I like just using cash.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but eventually you're gonna have to.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing with everything because I know Pat has mentioned like he doesn't want to drive in the future.
But yeah, yeah,
It's
that scares the
reasonable,
shit out of me.
but eventually, I mean, there are people who haven't learned to drive. I know my mom hasn't learned to drive. There's just a lot of people who don't opt out, or like who opt out of driving it. But it
Yeah.
seems like a thing that's the best to do, even with like, even if you're afraid. I'm not saying like do it forced, but to me it seems like more logical. Like you don't have to trust on somebody else, or like
Yeah.
it opens up so many more things, like
It
getting
see-
to jobs. Like there's some times where in our town, because our town is like there's a big demographic for like rich people and like poor people. Like it doesn't seem like there's much of a middle line.
yeah,
Maybe
no.
there is, but
Like
and so
I
like
don't even know.
jobs.
As time goes on, I don't even know if I'm part of the middle line anymore.
Yeah, so like here jobs like either like the jobs they pay well, or you have to be like really experienced for it, and you can't really get it in our town.
Yeah,
Or you have to get like a job next town over, or like next city over, because
yeah. I mean,
it's the most available.
even then, my mom has two jobs, like family company and pet store in
Yeah,
our town, and that was all just so she could pay off a new car. Like it's like I don't know.
yeah. It's bro. I expect. I mean, it's obvious. Every new generation, new stuff is gonna come along. But from now until like I don't know when we're like 20, like 30, the leap of like jobs is gonna be much more diverse. Just because like the stock market, or like
Well,
there are so many people who are branching out to separate like individual projects, like starting their own business, or like stuff like that.
it's
Like
becoming more diverse, but it's gonna get smaller because as technology takes over, there's gonna be like technology doing stuff for people.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Like
like
secretaries aren't gonna exist.
mhm. But there's still like I saw this I forget his YouTube channel name. I'm not gonna say it, but there's this person I found maybe like 2 days ago, and he talks about like real like serious things. Like the most recent one that I was watching was like free will and stuff. Like it's talking about how this person is worrying about like their own free will, and like they do actions to justify like they control their own destiny. But eventually, like, there's this whole big thing where this guy gets confused about it and like he loses himself. And like
Wow.
another video that I saw, I was up there.
That's good.
It was talking about how like one choice changes everything. And this guy had like an option to go to like a different place and start a new company with his best friend and his best friend's girlfriend, or he can stay where he is now and like be happy how he is, even if his job isn't that great, and like he has a good wife. But like it shows both options, and like option one, it showed he went with his best friend, like the job was doing well, but it only lasted like 6 years, and then eventually he found his own interest, new wife, but like it was a big problem. And then the second option was he stayed where he was and let his best friend leave, and he stayed with the job that he didn't really like, and he kept climbing like the ladder. It was like a business, like office type of job, and he would like continue to climb. Like he would get promotions, but like every time he got a promotion, it would be more like a tedious job, nothing really new. It just pays well. He's not really happy, and so it's very interesting to talk about it. Like I'll plug the YouTube channel name on our Discord. I'm not gonna say it on the YouTube on the podcast though. It's very interesting.
Yeah,
And
like you're gonna have to make sacrifices at some point.
Mhm.
yeah,
So like that's important to like learn early, because like you're usually faced with like the Robert Frost like two roads thing.
Mm.
Sorry, I just went all poetry on you guys. It's just like when you have a sacrifice, like you're gonna have to like do that. You're gonna have to think a lot for it and like
Yeah,
see what's right for you, what's right for your family, what's right for like money and stuff like that.
yeah,
So that's very important. I'm glad you brought that up.
yeah. No,
but so
in the video, I saw somebody. He talked about how he deals with like big decisions like this. He's like, I'm gonna take like a quarter and I'm gonna throw it up in the air. He's gonna decide like which one is which. Like heads would be this decision, tails would be this decision. And while it's in the air, um, like he'll flip it, he'll catch it, but before he looks at it, he'll think about like what decision did he really want while he saw the coin flipping in the air. And whatever it was, he would go with that. Very interesting. But what were you saying, Pat?
there, like last time in chorus class, I actually ended up staying after. We had like a
Mhm.
super ethical discussion of like a lot of different things, and one of them was if you could give everyone in the world one thing, what would it be and why? And realistically, it's not as easy as it sounds,
It's
because
just a
like
lot of things.
there's a lot of things. Like you might want to say, oh, I'd give them like $1 maybe, but then it's like, what are they gonna do with that dollar? Like that's what like
But yeah,
they could
even
do
even giving
anything
like
with
a
it.
dollar, yeah, like you could say like I want to give everybody like $1 million. Okay, you gave everybody $1 million, but what will the people do if they're sick, right?
Yeah,
If you do one thing, there's another thing. that you can't do.
Yeah. Like, it's all a bunch of sparks of different things that could happen if you do that.
Yeah.
Like, and then another one that came up was how, like, are all emotions beautiful? And you'd think that your immediate answer would be yes. But then we were posed the question, someone comes home after working 7 days a week and verbally abuses their spouse. Is that emotion beautiful? And
No.
see, you go back on that, but it, from his perspective or their perspective, it is, because that's him showing passion. Like that's the person showing passion. Of course, to you it might not seem beautiful, and clearly not to the spouse, because now they're being yelled at. But you think about it, and then now the spouse is going to start crying, which could then cause a sense of realization to the person abusing their spouse. Like, because from my experience, sadness has a lot of impact on people. Like, you watch a sad scene in a movie, your bodily instinct, whether you know it or not, is typically to start crying.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, with that, it's like, so
Yeah,
like,
no.
it's like, of course that's not definitely going to happen. It's hard to, like, that's really just a roll of the dice. But like, as much as I tend to look at a lot of things from a negative aspect, not everything is truly from a negative aspect. Like, I know that's like, that should go without saying, but like, a lot of things that seem bad in the moment can turn out to be really good things. Like,
Yeah.
I can bring this up because this bitch definitely isn't gonna listen to the podcast. But like, in the moment, I thought me being broken up with was gonna be like one of the worst things ever, and I would never find myself again.
Mhm.
But like, now I kind of realize that kind of helped me find myself, and it helped me even feel comfortable, like, coming out to my friends as trans. Like, even
Because in the
some of the,
moment, like,
yeah, in the moment you're hurt.
yeah,
Like, you immediately think there's something wrong with you. You did something wrong.
yeah, and
And
especially when that, like, being broken up with, something like that, you face like a lot of sadness, but there's like, you have to choose like who you're gonna vent to, or like if you're gonna
yeah,
vent to them, because it's gonna show how much they care. I mean, like, I know Kat talked to me about it like once. I was like, damn, I don't remember how exactly I reacted, but like, whatever I did it correctly. And it's like, there's a lot of things, like, if they go bad, they can also go right. Like, I saw this one video, maybe it was a YouTube video or something, and it explained how this one guy, he was you guys have seen it too. This guy, he was walking his dog, and eventually the dog ran away, and eventually found this girl. And like, in the moment, the owner lost the dog very bad. Then the dog, when he found the girl, the owner and the girl, like, they hit it off, they started dating, suddenly becomes a good thing. And then after a while of dating, the girl asked the guy to pick her up from work. As he's going, he gets in a car accident, and he's like suffering very badly. And he's like, "Oh no, I hate this. It's the worst thing that happened to my life." Later on, the doctors come back. They're like, "We found you have a tumor, but we were able to catch it in its very early stage, so we can get rid of it." And now he got in a car accident. It was very bad. Now it turned out very right. It's how you take everything into like
exactly.
consideration.
Like, it's emotions are a very difficult thing
Yeah,
to process.
and to
like-
talk about.
Yeah. And like you sometimes think, oh, well, I honestly shouldn't be feeling this way. Like, and sometimes you don't even know why you shouldn't be feeling that. But realistically, why shouldn't you? Like, that I know that probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but like, what reason do you have to not feel that way?
Yeah,
Like, you're a human. You need to express your emotions, because if you don't, it builds up. And when it builds up, it can be a lot worse than expressing it. And I know that from experience.
it's also
Like,
last year was perfect too, especially in like emotions, right? Because I talked about it previously, but 2020 for me was very good. Like, despite coronavirus happened, school got closed down, I didn't get to talk to my friends a lot. I got the better end of it because I didn't really let it affect me. Like, yeah, I heard about the news. Yeah, I wore a mask, but emotionally or like how I was at home, like I I got better with my parents. Before lockdown, like me and my dad would barely talk. 'Cause he started last year. He started a new job at well, not last year, 2 years ago. He started a new job at a high school, like an elementary school, working as a janitor. And he starts at like 2 and ends at like 11, so there's not much time for us to talk. And he'll typically come back for like a 10-minute break around like 7, and we'll talk like shortly there, but I'm watching YouTube, so like he's just gonna carry on with what he needs to. Like, he'll take a shower, he'll make himself his coffee, like he'll just go on about his day. When lockdown happened, because not a lot of kids are going to the school, there's not much for him to do there. So like he would go in around like 9, right? And then he'd come back fuck. He'd come around like 4, and then the whole afternoon was free. And he'd be fine. Like, it would all I can't speak. I saw a notification, I lost my mind. Like, he'd come back, and the whole afternoon was his own free time. So he started going out on walks, and like eventually he invited me to it. And while like I didn't, because me and my dad, especially because of the language barrier, like I know how to speak Albanian, and that's our like main language. But I only know it for like daily things, like I want food, like I love you, stuff like that. Like I can piece together sentences, but it's not like at a higher level like I'm speaking English right now. So I can't get around like telling stories or like having fun with my dad. And so while going out on these walks, it'll be awkward, like an awkward 1 hour, like an hour and a half. But in that half an hour, there were like slight moments where my dad like showed his appreciation for me, like coming out with him. There would be times where we talk about the coronavirus, like I'd update him on what I heard, like small things like that. It made my 2020 better. My summer year, like my parents don't really like cat. I don't really know why.
me
But
neither.
me and Cat are still friends. But there are like some things like you're going to Cat's birthday or like her coming to my birthday is not really like gonna work out.
I mean, I didn't even have a birthday this year, so. I mean,
Yeah,
last year.
Luis is talking. And what you call? But like this summer, like I went to the beach a lot, had fun. My birthday, like I had Derek and Luis and another friend of ours like over. That was fun. Like I still found ways to enjoy myself when people like around me, they weren't doing so good. I mean, like it seems selfish, but I like there's a lot of times I notice whenever I'm doing good, somebody around me is doing bad, and I feel like I'm doing like bad not attending to them, but like I sometimes don't know how, right? Because I'm not the best person to talk to, especially when it's like something like depression wise, right? Because I don't know if I should be listening more, talking more than giving advice. I like tend to not go and talk to them, but like I'll do it sometime. So like I was doing amazing 2020. Like I don't give like a lot of care about school. Like yeah, I messed up last year, man. These teachers were on my ass about missing assignments.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like
Like
a
I
couple
didn't do
times,
it. Just accept that I didn't do it.
yeah, like a couple times I get in trouble for it. But like in the long run, like it's not really gonna matter because I was thinking about it today before, like maybe 30 minutes before we started recording. Not 30 minutes. 30 minutes before we were supposed to start recording. 3. Like I was eating, and I was thinking like I myself think I'm very smart, but these grades, they tell my parents something else. So they're not gonna see what I truly can do. They're just gonna keep judging me off of that. I'm like, okay, I can't really change it unless I really try my hardest to pay attention to these classes. But like online school makes it hard. Right?
Oh yeah. I like I cannot concentrate online. Like we said this in the last episode, I just get distracted so easily. Like and even in school, when something doesn't make sense, if I ask a teacher, they're like, why don't you get it? I'm like, what do you mean why don't I get it? I just don't.
Yeah.
It's like all these teachers are so preoccupied with I just want to like teach properly that they're not even teaching properly.
I hate those
Like they're not
teachers.
tending the kid to, yeah, like they're not tending to the kids who actually need help.
Yeah, like the teachers that like you ask them a question and they're so loud with their answer that make you feel like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
the
hate
ones
that
that
so much.
or the ones where you ask a question and they're like, I explained this, and it's like, okay, well, I
Yeah.
didn't understand it even
They
when you
also
explained it.
they also reinstate the question that you just asked like
Yeah,
10 times as loud, and like other kids like stare and stuff, and you're just like, God damn it, why do you gotta be like this?
Yeah. And
like
plus, like they're overall boring. Like the reason why I love my current math teacher, a, he used to be my older brother's math teacher, so he already knows me. So I'm like, I already have a leg up on being favorite. But like every like at the start of the class, he went over like what the mind needs, and it's like it needs music, it needs laughter, it needs to be energized. And so every class, whenever it starts, whether it's on Zoom or in person, he'll have music blasting. He'll play music for us. And then while he's teaching, he'll make jokes like, dude, we were learning about like parallelograms and stuff, and this is geometry class. And my teacher asked me, he's like, Arden, do you know how to play war? I'm like, war. Like, he was talking about like war with cards. I'm like, no, I don't. And we have like another assistant teacher, and these teachers like they know I'm from Greece and stuff. So like trying to be funny, the teacher in the back was like, Arden, have you never played war? I'm like, nope. And the main teacher is like, oh, there's plenty of war in Greece. I can't believe you haven't played it. And he's talking about like real fighting war and stuff like that. And like he was funny. And in the middle of the class, he pulls out a deck of cards and he starts teaching me how to play war. And like for 5 minutes we're doing that. Like you don't see that in any other class. Like tell me another teacher, math teacher, right? That stops their
no.
lesson to teach you.
I don't even know what like another teacher in general that does that.
Yeah. So like this guy, he knows what we need. Like he read an article, right? Like students being on Zoom, like in front of a computer camera, can stress them out because it feels like they're 24/7 being watched. And so he's like, if you guys really need, is you can turn off your camera. Just whenever I ask you like a question, if you can just give me like a thumbs up. Like, he's going out of the way to make us feel better. Like, that's amazing. Yeah.
With how this past year has gone on, like, I had been questioning my gender identity since around 7th or 8th grade, like for a really long time. And it's a good thing that I was broken up with, really, because anytime I'd like say to her, I really don't like know what to do. I'm so stressed out with like figuring out my identity. And every time she'd say the same thing, that my brain isn't going to fully develop until I'm 21, so that I shouldn't make that decision or think about it.
That's fucking
But, like,
stupid.
Yeah, like I just accepted it because like to me at that point in my life, she was one of the smartest people I knew.
Like one of the
So-
people that you can trust. So you just
Yeah. So then I would just listen to her. But then since then, like I've just kind of like I've been alone by myself a lot, which has given me more time to think, which like even though there's a lot of bad that tends to outweigh the good, I feel like in the long run that's better because I know what the outcome is going to end up being, and I was also able to like really realize like that I was trans. Like I just didn't know what was going on for so long that like when I realized it, it wasn't even that long before I started coming out to people because I just kind of realized I could be done with this. Like, and I knew my friends and like my family were going to be accepting. So like, and I just did it whatever way I knew how.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
So,
I mean,
and you really look at like you can't really tell a relationship is toxic until you look back onto it. It's hard to tell when one is toxic unless it's outright abusive when you're in it.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know, cause when we talk about Kat's previous relationship, like a lot of times he makes fun of her, but like at the time of the relationship, like that wasn't happening, cause like he felt different, or she felt different. I'm sorry,
Now,
like she felt different about her, so obviously like when she makes jokes about her now, I'm gonna make jokes about her too. I'm just gonna
yeah.
continue it, cause it's now like it's nothing that'll hurt her or like hurt Kat.
And
Like
even if it does hurt her, I don't care. Because
yeah,
like
no.
I know that sounds so mean, but like I really looked back on that, and she made me do things that I just didn't want to do.
it also
Like
puts light it also puts like more light to the situation
exactly.
as
Like
well. Like you feel bad in the sense for like making fun and stuff, but at the same time you're like, this is making me feel slightly better.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like I have been called the T slur and the F slur a lot, but I use that against myself to lighten myself about it.
Yeah. Like, just for disclaimer, we're not telling you to go bully people. Please don't do that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
don't bully people just to make yourself feel better. Like the only example I used myself as an example because I used the slurs on myself. I did not call other people those slurs, but because I am gay and trans, I used those slurs against myself to make myself feel better. So I'm like, you know what? I can empower myself with these words. instead of
Yeah.
let other people use them against me.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually there's stuff about like one person's self that like they like to make fun of themselves and stuff. Like I make fun of myself for being a diabetic all the time. Oh yeah, if
and-
that wasn't out, I'm diabetic. Hello.
Yeah, so am I. That's literally how we met.
Yeah.
Because and like even then at the camp where me and Cooper go to for diabetics, we all make fun of each other for having diabetes because it's all one thing we have in common, and it's like we know it
Yeah.
can't really hurt us anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Like it's different when somebody else makes a joke about it. Like,
yeah, like
Like-
before we used to joke about like when we're in group settings, especially with me, Derek, Kat, and Louise, we mostly make it fun about me, like how short I was. Now it's about the size of my forehead, and like, okay, I mean it's jokes, and it's coming from the people I most trust, right?
yeah,
So I'm gonna allow it, cause I mean I've known them, they're a group of funny people. Like I love these people. I know, like
Like,
last night,
because
me, Kat,
we don't mean it.
yeah, like last night, me, Derek, and Luis, we were all like I like kind of complained how I was like bored out of my mind yesterday, like I had nothing to do, and we all just hopped on me, Derek, and Luis, we hopped on Roblox and we just played, and that was like the funniest night ever. And I'm like appreciative that they would go like out of the way to do that, but like
Yeah.
and other stuff, like I forget where I was going with this, but oh yeah. Like when somebody else would make like a joke about me being short, like I mean it hurts different when it's somebody else out of who I trust.
Yeah,
Or like I mean anybody who's listening to the podcast, I mean they can make a joke about like my forehead. Like you've never seen it. I mean, for all we know, it could be the tiniest. I probably don't even have a forehead to you, but we're still gonna joke about it. Like it's not gonna affect me much.
Yeah.
And it's things like that.
Plus, if like people who comment on the videos, if they comment that, it's still in good nature.
Yeah, because they know like the context of it.
Hmm.
Like if they didn't skip through the video, hopefully they would know the context.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good though. Like whenever cause it happens a lot with foreign people uh or like with foreign family, especially when you visit them, like because you haven't talked to them for a while, they're gonna ask you like, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have friends? I always say like I have small amount of friends, but in reality that's all I need, cause
Yeah.
it's not about like the number of people you have,
yeah,
because there could be like 100 of friends you could have.
And they could be all fake.
Exactly.
exactly. Like
But like
in
with this group,
elementary school,
yeah, go ahead.
in elementary school, you think the amount of friends is everything. You think
Yeah.
if you are friends with everyone in your classroom, you're like the top dog in that class.
Hmm.
But like the older you get, the more you realize it's just about who's willing to stick by you when you're going through your toughest times.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's more you learn that like quality is above quantity.
Yeah.
The same thing for like a lot of things in this world, like quality over quantity. I mean, there are like a few exceptions, but it's the like leading rule.
Yeah. I agree.
But yeah.
Damn, y'all been talking for 50 minutes.
50?
Damn,
Yeah.
that's
Damn.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still,
Like it's so difficult to like try to find those people who will stick with you.
Mhm.
Like that kind of stuff you don't even like realize. Like it's hard to realize until you go through something, because you could reach out to someone that you think is just one of your funny best friends, and then they could just ignore you, and then you'll realize they're not there for me.
Hmm.
Like they're never there for me at all. But like when I went through my breakup, I immediately texted Cooper, and he called me, and we just listened to music while I played Minecraft until like 5 o'clock in the morning.
That was a very, very weird night.
Damn.
Yeah, it was. I
Cause,
don't remember much.
like that night before that happened, we were up till like 3 or so. We were playing like either like Red Dead Online or like Siege or something. And I went to bed and I got that text from Kat and I called, and me and Kat just sat talking while he played Minecraft. I was playing Wind Waker. I've for no reason just randomly picked up Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And then as I was healing from that, my other friend, she was like always checking in on me to make sure that I wasn't hurting myself or like doing anything, like just doing anything that could harm myself, or like making sure that I'm doing what I
just
need
looking
to
out
take
for
care of myself. Yeah, exactly, looking out for me. And like that's when I realized, even though I did not know her for that long, that like in the long run we're gonna probably be friends for a long time.
Wait,
And
who,
like
Yeah.
she's one of the people I need to make sure stick with me.
who you talking about?
Yeah, I'll put
I'm
it
not-
in chat.
Oh,
Yeah, because unless
Wait.
she's someone who comes on the podcast.
oh.
The second spelling was right.
Yeah, yeah,
Guardian.
yeah. No,
I mean,
don't
I asked her at one point, and she was like, "Yeah, at some point."
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
so
sure-
quick.
Cooper, you know who we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I met her from Cooper,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
but like,
And that was another thing, like with like the relationship thing, that like you realize after a while that it was a good thing. I wouldn't have met that person if it wasn't for a breakup, because my breakup, my like real main one, was to the point where I was scared for my life. So my family didn't want me like home alone and stuff in case anything happened. So I went everywhere with my family, and my dad and her dad were on a like sports team for like beer league sports and stuff, for just like old people who still want to play the game. And I met her at one of the games, and that's how we met and everything.
and then when we were still playing Fortnite, Cooper asked if like she could play with us, and I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then since then, that's how I've known her, and like,
Huh?
now like we talk like every day, and
Yeah.
it's like she has been one of my biggest supporters in my transition. She's like, if I have any clothes that doesn't fit me that like you could wear, I'll give it to you, or just stuff that I don't wear anymore. Like, she was one of the first people I ended up coming out to, because I knew from a sense that like I just somehow knew that like she was going to be accepting of it and help me through it.
Yeah.
Like, even though sometimes she'll like slip up with pronouns, I know she doesn't mean it. Like, she's not doing it on purpose. It's just like an accident.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's the same thing. It shows like a lot of like how good your friends are. Like the
Mhm.
person we're talking about right now, I have maximum talked to her 2 to 3 times. Yet she knows about me. Like I don't know how I've come up in conversations. Maybe Kat has talked about me.
Yeah.
Like she knows like very well about me. Like there was the time me and Kat, I think over the summer, we went down in town, and we usually we just go out in town, we get chips, we talk, we walk around, and after a while, sat down and talked. Kat started mentioning how she said it'd be cool to move into a house altogether, and like when she said that, she meant like Kat. I don't know who else, but I know like I
It
came up
was
into it.
it was me, her, Cooper,
Mhm.
Luis, and you.
Bruh.
Yeah,
We didn't know
he was
Derek.
never to speak.
I didn't know Derek at that
Bruh. I
point.
get excluded. Damn. I see how it is. No house for me.
Bro,
If
Derek,
I
I
had
barely
known
even knew
you,
you at that point.
No home.
yeah, if
no
I had
home
known
for
you
me.
at
I'm
that point, I
homeless.
would have added.
I'm homeless then.
Homeless.
But
Homely.
yeah, like I've rarely talked. Like I know Louise. Like Louise has played with her. Like he's played with y'all.
What did she play?
I think
Uh,
she plays Siege. Right?
In the
Yeah.
beginning, we all just played Fortnite because she was on a different console than we were.
Yeah, but then since Christmas, she got the console that we have, and we've started playing mostly just Siege. But
Yeah. So like I really talked to her, but like because of how good like I've presented to myself, or like I presented myself to the mutual friends that I had with her, like she knew about me. Like I don't know how to like explain it directly, but like I've made like good connections, so to say. Like I don't know. Still, like I know she's a good person. Like Kat talks to me about her sometimes, like how she's helped her, like with stuff like being trans. And like I can tell like easily how like much of a caring person she really is. Yeah. How did you Cooper?
Hmm?
So earlier, maybe the first podcast, we talked about how we all met each other, me, Kat, Luis, and Derek. Explain how you and well, you guys met in diabetic camp, I know, but what led you guys to talk like at this level that you're close friends?
At this level,
Yeah, like what would be the driving force?
the first year that I met Kat at camp, like after that we weren't as like close as we were. The second
Yeah.
year we got a lot closer.
Yeah, it just kind of happened. We don't know why.
Yeah,
Like the first
We-
year, we were just kind of like, "You exist. Hey, you exist. Okay, have a good day." And then
Yeah.
the second year, like we just interacted so much more, and neither of us know why. It just like was a lot more interactions, and like one of our counselors, like said if we beat a game on my 3DS by the end of the session, which was 2 weeks long, he'd get a tattoo from that game, and we did. And I think like Cooper's help with that is like something that kind of helped with
Me and our other friend, cause like I was good at Zelda. That game was Ocarina of Time for those who
yeah.
don't know what we're talking about. I am good at Zelda, but that game isn't my main strong suit. I beat it before, but there were points where I was stuck.
Yeah.
So I needed our other friend to like just give hints and stuff of what to do and all. But we ended up there was really just four of us who would do nothing during like we would have like a rest hour or like cabin
Yeah.
time or something like that, and we would do nothing but play that. That was a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
I have no clue if he got the tattoo yet.
Me
I
neither.
will check, hopefully. Maybe I'll text him, depending on whether or
Tattoo
not
of what?
I can.
Zelda.
Some tattoo of Zelda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that game fun?
Speaking of which, yeah.
Depends on which game.
There's so many. Speaking of which, have you guys thought about having tattoos?
Yes.
Yeah. be honest.
Because
with
I kind of want them, but I don't know what exactly I want.
What I want somewhere, I want a tattoo of the symbol for Pisces because that's my sun zodiac sign.
Yeah.
Let's see. Me and my family all kind of have like a tattoo. Like my brother wants to get a tattoo of. Our whole thing is a daisy, a checkered flag, a crown, and a shamrock because they each represent the four of us.
Hmm.
So I kind of want to get that in some way. Like my dad has one of a flower, a daisy in the back, two checkered flags in front of it, and then a shamrock with a crown on it. There's like, and then my brother wants one on his wrist that's like kind of like a bracelet of all those, and I kind of want something that has to do with that.
Yeah. Oh, also, I forgot another point back to the whole how me and Kat like started to talk more and more. Even
No.
excluding that, during that summer, like after camp, we ended up saying how like we both got PS4
Yeah.
and like we exchanged that, and then we we had like one game beside like Fortnite, which brought a lot of us
Even have
together.
Fortnite yet?
I did.
Well,
But
you
I
deleted it, but then you re-downloaded
Yeah.
it after
I
like
had
I was
it.
playing it for a while.
Yeah, because me and Kat played Friday the 13th,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and then Kat's like, "Hey, I play Fortnite," and then I was like, "All right, I might get it later," meaning like a few days, and then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, "Screw it, I'm just getting Fortnite."
Yeah. And then that December, I ended up getting Red Dead, and we ended up
Yeah.
playing Red Dead together until really late at night too.
There
But-
was.
I thought you were gonna bring up the Fanta incident.
Oh no.
That's why I was
No.
saying no, don't.
No, I'm not gonna. We'll say that on a future thing if you guys invite me back.
You can come back on here. It's fine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
Ow,
Let's see. Each one need.
yeah, that's the tat I'm gonna get.
Oh.
For real, no
So
cut.
yeah.
In
I
general?
used to
Oh, nice.
yeah. When I was very young, around like maybe or something. And I moved here to the USA around like 8, maybe 7. I used to attend the summer school, and in Greece.
Oh wait, quick
They
question,
used
quick
to
question, quick
have-
question.
What? Yeah.
Do you have a green card? Or like, how does that work? Cause
Yeah.
you weren't born here, right?
No,
So like, what do you have?
a green card. I don't really know how it works. I don't
Oh,
like myself. Yeah.
okay. Continue then.
But yeah, like in Greece, they used to have like these things. I don't know if they still do them, but in every bag of chips, you can get either like a tattoo and like a little plastic bag.
Or a sticker.
Those little
no.
ones that like you like
The
put
water
it on
tattoo,
water.
right?
Yeah, like a water tattoo.
Yeah.
Or you could get like a little disc of a soccer player.
Oh yeah, they have those in Mexico too.
Yeah, and
That's
I
dope.
used to get a lot of those tattoos. So I used to put them on, and then when I attended the summer school, one day a kid saw it, and they're like, "Oh my god, you know you can get in trouble for that." I'm like, "I don't care, I'm badass."
Bruh.
And then they told on me, and I was sent
Wow.
to the principal's office, and then the principal he was like, "You know this can be very bad for you." I'm like, no, I don't really know.
Bruh.
And he was like rubbing it off with like some sort of alcohol or something. I don't remember what it was. But like he took it off, and after he took it off, he showed me like a piece of paper. He's like, "You see like all this I just took off your arm?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, this is very bad for your skin. I'm like, "Do I
What?
look like I care, dude?"
What?
And
Bad for your skin. Put some lotion on there.
He's like, this is very bad for your skin. I'm like, and like in my mind, I'm like, okay, yeah. Next day, I proceeded to get those same chips and like get a tattoo.
What kind of chips though?
It's well, I can't really say, can I?
Cheddar cheese?
Yeah, I guess. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I'll type it in Discord.
Were they just like, no?
They were cheap. Oh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind? What kind? White or cheddar? I mean, I mean white or like the yellow one.
The yellow one.
White
though.
cheese or yellow cheese?
Yellow.
Cheese.
Wow.
Cheese, yeah.
Cheese.
What kind of milk? Goat
Cheese.
or cow?
What?
What kind
Cheese.
of milk?
Cheese.
I don't know.
Cheese.
Was that a soundboard?
Cheese.
I think that's his
I
cat
can't tell.
saying it.
Mr.
I can't
Worldwide.
tell.
Cheese.
It sounds like the same thing each time.
Dale.
Cheese.
Dale.
Cheese.
Dale.
Cheese.
Mr.
yeah.
Worldwide.
Alright, this point, people are gonna be like, what the hell's happening?
Pretty sure that's just people already on our podcast.
Yeah.
It's like there's such like random stuff. Like honestly, I don't even expect us to get far with this name usage because there are so many podcasts named this.
I say we
like-
can do it.
I mean, we could be
I mean,
the
we
we've
best.
already
might
built-
have to change it.
Nah.
I say we've already built like a lot on it, and a lot of the other ones, like I've looked at the other ones, most of them are just not even.
Yeah, they're
Like-
boring.
Right,
They're-
but you gotta
they're about
remember
sports.
that's on YouTube.
True.
Because then there's other places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Oh, yeah,
Amazon Music.
Yeah.
Google
Yeah.
Play. Bruh.
But yeah, we have to like start. We have to figure out how to get our stuff on like Spotify and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
what I want to get first.
I don't think it's
and
that hard, honestly. You gotta figure
It's
it out.
not. But
Hacker, go.
yeah,
Go to work.
Yeah, you just need to put in that you're an artist and not just a listener. Then you can upload episodes at a time. And then
I think.
if you guys wanted to, you can put ads.
Mm,
We would be, wait, but wouldn't we have to like have a certain amount of followers or something?
I think so,
Oh, damn.
but that's not that
Right.
bad.
eventually, we're gonna have to grow out of YouTube. Like we can still continue.
Yeah.
This, we're just gonna have to
Yeah.
branch.
We can expand.
Yo, check
Right.
out our SoundCloud for podcasts.
But yeah,
Go check
unless
out our MySpace,
Google sites.
bro. Our
Google
Weebly
Video from
page.
Go check out-
2007.
Go check out our Google Plus.
Go check out our Weebly page.
Go check out our Google Video from 2005.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Go check out our American Internet from the 90s.
Oh my
Go
god.
check out our newspaper article.
Go check out our NES version of our podcast.
Our AOL instant messaging podcast.
Go buy our cassette players.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Listen
yes.
to us on radio, channel 772 4444444444444 cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Listen
Yes.
to us on the harpsichord.
Awita.
Awita. Listen to us
Oh, yeah, we
in
we
the
should
opera
explain.
house.
So, most of you have probably
Explain the
noticed by
Awita
now-
joke already?
No. Most
I'll
of
be
you
right
probably
back.
noticed we didn't introduce Luis today, and that's because
Oh yeah.
we still don't know. He talked a little bit. We had to start recording without Luis. Sad day,
Yeah.
but
No big man.
I'm sure he'll be here on the next episode.
hopefully
He just had some major accident.
the major sleepies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came down with a case of the sleepies.
Man's does
Yeah, I don't know.
nothing, but he's sleepy.
We recorded at a later time, and he still couldn't make.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luis couldn't come today, so we decided instead of waiting for him, we're just gonna continue.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think unless you guys want to talk about anything else, I think that's a good place to stop, though.
Yeah. Well, we gotta wait for Cooper to come back.
Mm.
In fact, so for some reason is the sun's out for some reason. Like I was kind of confused. Like
Yeah.
how?
It's called being daytime.
I mean, true, but like I was kind of confused because it went from night, from nothing to sun. And I was like kind of confused. So, like, am I tripping or something? But like then I woke up like, damn, it's daylight. Damn.
Right.
I was like all confused and shit, you know?
You time traveled. You time
A few
traveled. that's
days.
Yeah, like
I've just been taking so many naps. It's
I
like
don't know.
I don't know what to
I
do,
can't-
so I'm like, all right, no one's on, no one's FaceTiming me. I sleep.
I can't.
I'm
Take,
back.
I
What's
can't sleep or like take a nap during the daytime. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I
See,
can,
like,
but I have to be extremely
can.
tired.
Yeah, same here.
Like,
Oh, I can't like if I'm just a little bit tired, then I'll still like but like literally at the first period of online classes, I'm literally about to fall asleep. I have like even last period I've fallen asleep.
oh
Oh,
wow.
I've never fallen asleep during.
Oh, I have too during history.
Damn, I did it during bio.
Oh damn. I
Like
did it.
I literally woke up and then it was just me in the Google Meet because my teacher just leaves right when all the other kids leave.
How-
And because
I
it's a
thought
Google
that it
Meet,
would end. Oh yeah.
no, because it's a Google Meet, like it doesn't end immediately.
They usually
but, like-
they reuse the same link.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They what's
but
called?
like
I went to sleep during history by accident because I was listening to like I forgot what song I listened to. And I was like, oh, this song's cool. And then like 10 minutes later, I go to sleep and I woke up and no one's in the freaking meeting. Like, wait, what?
like it's to the point where like the only time I'll wake up is from my friend calling me on FaceTime. I'll be like,
Mm.
"Good morning."
Morning, sleepy
Morning,
head.
sleepyhead.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
It's time for school.
Wakey, wakey.
Jesus
it's time for
Christ.
school. But yeah.
I bet.
Let me close this out. Cooper, thanks for joining us today. It was actually a really good conversation.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you.
I'm
I
gonna
enjoyed
do
it here.
it way better than Hayashi.
Wait, what?
It went better than Hayashi. Having
I mean-
a special guest down.
Yeah, because I mean, with Hayashi, it was literally shorter than an hour.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh, Hayashi didn't really talk much. He
I mean,
just gave back like short answers.
He was our first. He was our first.
Yeah.
one. So
Like,
Mm.
but like, the.
yeah.
Anyways,
I
if,
I understood what you said.
I didn't understand what I said, so could you repeat it back to me, please?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Just give him like a minute.
Think just-
Anyways.
if you guys want to join the Discord, that'll be the permanent invite to that in the description.
The first link.
Yeah.
First link.
Yeah.
All of our
How you doing?
Instagrams will be in the bio. Luis's will probably still be there
Yeah.
because I don't know. He honestly, Luis will probably edit it still.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm gonna send to him.
Wait, if we're gonna do that, then we definitely have to like make the like recording, like the table recording room, like locked for us.
What?
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's locked. It's always locked.
Okay.
It's just private.
Oh yeah, it's already
Yeah, so like no one could like pop in and then say like Baba Booey and then leave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've taken care of that.
Bruh. Yeah.
Already in thought of that ahead. Big brain.
Big.
Alright,
Alright.
way to be.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
bet.
Well, thanks again.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks
Alright,
to
no problem.
anybody who's listening, Derek.
Oh yeah. Listening. Cause the podcast.
I think we'll see. We're planning probably recording again on Tuesday, but we'll have to see though.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I can't record next Sunday because I'm going somewhere.
Yeah. Bet.
Anyways,
Next Tuesday?
it's been
I bet. Thank you guys for watching.
No,
I
this
mean,
coming Tuesday.
listening.
listening.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.